In Haringey, we've been working on the national Build Back Better campaign, which is asking the government for a coronavirus recovery plan that transforms the economy, making it greener and fairer for everyone.
As part of this campaign, we've been talking to local people and community groups about how we could build back better from the COVID-19 crisis. We first wanted to find out what has been happening this year in our communities and what people have learned during the crisis.
One crucial thing I've learned about this community during this COVID crisis is how inspired people are to get involved and to activate within their communities to really make a change.
So you can see us here with our fruit and veg waiting to be picked up this afternoon. We're a vegetable box scheme with a difference. You buy a box of veg, you buy a box for somebody else, we donate vegetables to people in the local community. You get a fantastic box of veg, people in need get a free box of veg.
This is not the only example of community solidarity around food.
Very rapidly, when the lockdown came into place, we realized that people will suffer from a lack of access to food. So me and some of my colleagues came together and started Haringey Food Hub. And after 3 months, we reached about 100 people queuing each time we operate. To date, we delivered 18,000 food parcels and essentials for our local community. We gave away over 5,000 ready meals.
While it has been brilliant to hear about this kind of work that people have been doing to support each other, it's only necessary in a crisis if people in our communities have already been forced to live precariously. So, what do people want to see change in Haringey?
Haringey has a really great local community. It's really diverse, it's really rewarding to be part of it. It's full of things that are really interesting, things that bring you kind of joy and engagement when you go around. But over and over again we see the same problems, and I think these problems are going at a national scale. There isn't enough housing. Most housing built in the last 15 years has gone straight to buy-to-let landlords. People can't afford housing in Haringey, people can't afford to live here, people are paying money to rent.
One of my biggest concerns is the large number of people who are in food poverty, both in our borough and beyond.
So in Haringey, 60 to 65% of people go to work using public transport. More than half of the borough do not own a car, but those people that live in the poorer areas are disproportionately affected by pollution, disproportionately affected by the results of car use. So, you know, there are major social reasons, social justice reasons why we need to make these changes. Looking at how we can make our streets safer, how we can push the active travel agenda, which involves the making safe cycling and walking environment, low traffic neighbourhoods.
To tackle these issues in Haringey and others that the rest of the country is facing too, we'll need action from national government. We asked how people would like to see the government respond.
Buy back buy-to-let housing and turn it into council housing.
So I would like to see the UK government commit to making food accessible to all.
Before the pandemic, we were already facing the twin crises of inequality and climate breakdown. We know that the communities who have been most impacted by the virus and its resultant effects will also, as things stand, bear the brunt of the climate crisis. So we need the government to act now and decisively to acknowledge that the best path to recovery from the pandemic is one that tackles the climate crisis as well. For example, we're seeing people all around us losing their jobs, and yet there is no shortage of work to be done. So there's never been a more urgent need for the government to invest in good green jobs, tackling unemployment and protecting the planet as well.
And if there was one thing I would ask government to do that would help all of us build back better, that would be to fund the changes properly, because ultimately government can prioritise those funds, can create those funds in order to do this.